I want to talk in this video about symbols, but for now, I want to talk about the symbol of an elephant stuck in the mud and what that means. Now, I have another video about the peaceful elephant. Excuse me, I said element. Um, and I encourage you to go watch it. Now, the elephant stuck in the mud. What does this represent? It represents not having the creativity. It represents not really feeling completely sure of yourself to be able to go into this thing and pursue this job, pursue this career, pursue this novel that I'm writing, or this weed that I'm trying to pull away from my garden and clear it out, for instance. It could be that things aren't moving fast enough. It could be just being very, very fixated in the way that you are doing this thing now, as opposed to changing it up and innovating it for the better, being more specific as to what could be a better, more innovative way, where you could sit down at the table and really, really debate new ways of doing things, new concepts, new ways to go about it. And so if you're imagining being stuck in the mud where you can't get out of the mud, and just things aren't happening quick enough, and there can be an impatience, but in the end there has to be a certain acceptance to where you are staring around with the sky is very pale and gray, maybe rainy or sunny or cloudy, of a sort of day, which can really, really be dated in the heart and mind for being less than what I need, less than what I want. But then stepping back and really looking at the birds and looking at the trees and looking at where you are around you to try to either get out of the mud, try to get out of the mud, get out of where you're stuck. Maybe it is dogmatism when it comes to a belief, when it comes to something that you are refusing to give up, something that you are refusing to compromise, to change, to improve upon in the relationship. Maybe you are sitting stagnant in the relationship and sitting at a table and relaxing while the wife is doing all the work and where you need to find a new way of doing something, where there's so many more possibilities, when, just like a tree, the best thing would be to branch out and find new possibilities, find new ways of living and new ways of experiencing as well. Now, it depends also upon how much mud is really sticking to your feet and how difficult it is to get out of the mud. Because if you can easily do this, then go on ahead. But if it's so stuck, or if rejection isn't God's protection and things in the outer world are not improving and are not working the way that you see fit, that you envision, that you want, then that would be where it really would take the humility and openness to look around where you are and get in touch with your surroundings and, be in this certain place now, trusting that later on, you will get out of it and you will find the higher ground. But because I remember, Eckhart Tolle talking about his book relating to being very peaceful in the moment. Where you can be not feeling the best and you can be stuck, in a bedroom sick, and you can be perhaps looking out the window and just all of a sudden feeling very happy, very content. I remember dusting around a shop at the place that I work 4 days a week. And indeed, the dusting is monotonous, and it does not help with morale. It really was, getting in touch with the surroundings and, being in the moment with what I was doing. And I do have a live stream that I did over that about being present that I did on Thursday, the 3rd of February, 2022. And indeed, elephants are very well, they can. There is an endangered sort of aspect when it comes to people who will stop at nothing to poach, in a way, these elephants and hunt them down and different types of things like that. And there's something going on with the trunk that I'm not entirely sure about. And I remember reading a book about this boy who was going to, I believe it was in like August 2018, going to, I don't remember where this was exactly, but I think World War II was going on, and apparently he did have an encounter with an elephant, and he got the whiff of the trunk. And by the way, elephants and peanuts, they really, really get along well with this encounter. So I thought that I would bring in the element of elephants and that sort of trivia there additionally. Thank you for watching.